have a fun little workflow demo that Colin mentioned earlier. So I was playing around with a bunch of little demos for our Snowflake booth, and I wanted to try to stitch together some of our like flashiest features. So I was trying to come up with a flow for JSON extract, Calcs AI, and XLOOKUP. So I started from our order items table, grabbed the JSON, uh, obviously extracted it, pull the state in, and then the Calcs AI thing that Colin mentioned was kind of crazy. It took me a few tries to get right, but let me see if I can remember the exact syntax. It's using an if statement, return the population of every American state. This one took a little bit to run, but I feel like I got it working kind of consistently. There we go. And I wrote this very long if statement. I'm not sure if people actually find that useful, but I thought it was cool that I could write all that. And Colin helped prompt me with like using an if statement is helpful. And then I pulled that into this tab where I then did XLOOKUP, and then grabbed the state populations. This. And then you could do some sort of like market share calculation. So like this divided by this. Obviously, that's not like an actual market share, but kind of gets the point across. So that'll be part of the demos that we're playing on at our Snowflake booth.
Who's not gonna like that?
Where does it get the numbers?
It's crazy. You get like
That's so
free
cool.
rebasing of all metrics to population by just asking.
Does it just pull the population numbers from the internet?
No, it's just it's these things are just super intuitive, right? So like it just kind of like knows. It's like if you were to ask like, what's 5 + 3, and you don't actually do, you just spit the answer out. You just like, what's the population in California? It just like has it on the top of its mind from reading all the things.
Wow.
So
No, it actually goes through and counts every single person in California when you ask.
that's why it takes so long.
I wonder how absurd you could get. Like, can you be like, rebase this by dentists in every state? And it would just give you like a number.
Oh yeah.
You could probably do like locality or municipality or something if you had that granularity or zip code, if it's in the census data and that's where it's ultimately pulling it from.
Like police officers by city or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I looked up to verify that the numbers pulling were generally correct, and like California's population number is like 39 million, and that's the first result that comes up on Google. So I'm assuming it's just like pulling that for every state.
Well, I guess that's how we'd answer that question, is whether it's the exact number or like whether it was the number that was in like 2021. So it would be whether it went and did an internet search.
But the great thing is for a lot of that stuff, you don't really care if it's super exact. It just needs to be pretty close. And so you're just kind of trying to get that relative idea of like, is this a lot? Is this not a lot? It's pretty awesome.